Okay, let's try this again. Welcome everybody. Welcome to 2-Hour Workday Mark's YouTube video for the week. New video for the week. Okay, I want to do a little recap on 4 fights that I watched last night. Basically, this is just a quick recap on UFC Fight Night Brazil. Rio de Janeiro, guys. They brought it back to Brazil. Okay, MMA and jiu-jitsu and all that has deep ties to the country of Brazil. We got a lot of warriors coming out from that country. Hell, I've studied their art for like 3 decades now. That's where the jiu-jitsu that I learned comes from. Okay, let's get this started. Okay, I'm gonna do like four fights. Okay, I get to talk about these because I watched them carefully last night. Vitor Petrino. Okay, this guy is from Brazil. He's muscle bound. This guy's stacked. Okay, he went up to heavyweight from 205. Built like a Greek god. It's like, Jesus Christ. He should have been in bodybuilding. But anyway, he moved up to heavyweight and it looked like it fit him well. He went against Thomas Peterson, okay, an American wrestler who was I've seen fight before that is rugged, tough, durable, and has high-level wrestling. So I was kind of interested in seeing how this Brazilian's wrestling defense holds up. Okay, both these guys are at heavyweight. They're big guys. It was a pretty back-and-forth battle, guys, and I like watching the heavyweights because you know it's about the business, and it was non-stop. Okay, Vitor Petrino, the buff guy from Brazil, got the win. Okay, you know what? I think he was a little bit down on the scorecards. I'm not sure what round it was. It might have been the second or third. Okay, he might have been just a hair. Or it was either a tie or he might have just been a hair down. Maybe. But anyway, he threw a cross, just knocked this guy out. Thompson Peterson was unconscious, sleeping, guys. We didn't even know if he was going to wake up. Face planted, big knockout. Okay, those are the concussion kind of knockouts, and it landed right on the jaw. Okay, just like always. So it don't matter how good your wrestling is, how big and strong you are, who you are, what your legendary status is in the fight game. Okay, if you get touched on that chin, guys, that's a wrap. Okay, if you're a human being, right? Okay, congrats to Vitor Petrino on that big win at heavyweight. That was his first heavyweight fight. I'll be keeping an eye on this guy because he's rough, and his wrestling defense held up perfect. He didn't get taken down. Did a lot of good wrestling defense in that because Thompson Peterson was is an elite wrestler. Okay, so Thompson from the USA drops to 10-4. He drops to 10-4. Vitor Petrino goes up to 13-2, 13 wins and 2. Keep an eye on both these guys in the heavyweight division, guys. I always like to tune in on the heavyweights. Okay, Joe Alvarez gets a big win, and he was underdog against the popular legend Vicente Luque. We all know Vicente Luque, guys. This guy's he's a veteran, a legend from Brazil. And he's about the business, okay? This welterweight division, man, these guys are like rough. I've never seen Joel Alvarez fight. He's from Spain, and he's tall, 6'3", 170. Okay? He must have that Spanish blood with him, like Ilya, because he looked pretty fierce, okay? And because Vicente Luque is no joke, and he's pretty much at the top of his game right now, coming back and forth on wins. He's just a hard customer, okay? Congratulations to Joel Alvarez from Spain on getting that majority decision after 3 rounds. Very good fight. They went back and forth. Those guys put on a show. They gave us our money's worth. Very good back and forth striking. They were all over the place. That heavyweight fight was a good fight too while it lasted till that big KO came. Okay, let's get to fight number 3. We know this guy. Davison Figueiredo. And that's how I pronounce his name, guys, because I'm new at this, and some of these guys' names I can't even pronounce. Davison Figueiredo. We all know him. That's that crazy mad dog, little Brazilian guy that puts war paint in his hair. Okay? They're the bantamweight, the 135ers. Okay, he went against an American. And of course, Federico's from Brazil. The Brazilians are winning so far. Except Luque. Luque lost. Okay, Spain got a win. Okay, we got to keep an eye on that Joel Alvarez, guys. He's something special. All right, Federico. Okay, fought an American, Montel Jackson. Okay, Montel Jackson from Milwaukee, USA. Okay, I'll admit, guys, that was probably the most lackluster fight of the whole card. Montel Jackson seemed like he didn't want it. He didn't do anything. Didn't come forward, didn't pressure, but he did last, okay? He did make it through 3 rounds. Federico could have did more, but he did get the win, majority decision. Lackluster fight from the Brazilian, but he was happy. He cried. Okay, a win's a win, but it's like you got to be willing to put more on the line at that level, guys, in my opinion. Okay, I know you got to take it serious and you can't make no mistakes, but Montel Jackson drops to 15-3, so he had a 15-2 record coming in, which is a good record. I think it's short notice maybe. Well, anyway, he's 15-3 now. Federico moves up 25-5-1. Congratulations, that dude, for getting a win anyway. I knew he took it pretty serious. Got pretty emotional with it. Okay. Now for the final. The big fight, the one fight that I personally was vested in seeing. Charles Du Bronx Oliveira. And I thought he changed his name to the Predator, spelled with a D. Predator. Okay, but I guess that was fake news, because they announced him as Du Bronx, the one I remember. Okay, Charles Oliveira, guys, we all know who that is. Okay, middleweight legend. Lightweight. Lightweight legend. Okay. He got the big win over Matus Gamrot. Okay, Matus Gamrot from Poland. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Matus here. Okay, he's got a grappling victory win over Armin Tashrukian or whatever. We know who Armin is, that bad son of a bitch, right? He beat him in a grappling match. Okay, so Charles Oliveira comes out and he's in Brazil, okay, representing his country. And you know how emotional this guy gets with his country, right? And he has some nice trunks on too. Okay, Gamrot, being the high-level grappler, gets the takedown, hard-earned. Okay, nice single leg, I believe. Okay, right away, Charles Oliveira, Du Bronx, goes back to what he does best: the horrible guard, the jiu-jitsu from hell. Okay, that's what we tune in to see. Charles Oliveira's jiu-jitsu, and he made it very painful and bad and all around, twist and turn. Anyway, he made Gamrot not want to take him down no more, because there's nothing worse than getting a good solid takedown and then getting tortured on the ground, right? Okay, round 2 starts out. Same situation. Charles Oliveira is warmed up. Hasn't looked this good in a long time. He looked amazing. Okay, Charles gets the takedown. Du Bronx got some wrestling too when he puts his mind to it. He gets a takedown, dominated. You don't want Charles Oliveira locked in on your back. Okay, solid face crank rear naked choke in round number 2. Du Bronx gets the win. He's never looked so good. I was happy for him. Over a serious contender. Okay, Gamrot was a serious guy, a serious contender looking to make a statement. Okay, congrats to Du Bronx. Congrats, big congrats to Du Bronx and Brazil. Brazil! Yeah, Brazil! Anyway, that was an amazing performance. I was happy to see such high-level jiu-jitsu. since I'm training jiu-jitsu now, I'm paying more attention to the jiu-jitsu guys. Okay, even though I love MMA and I pay attention to everything, but since I'm training back, I retired with the gi jiu-jitsu. Since I started back doing it again, I pay more attention to these jiu-jitsu guys. Charles Du Bronx Oliveira looked amazing. His record goes to 36-11. Okay, Mateusz Gamrot drops to 25 wins and 4 losses. That's still an amazing record. Okay, special what is this? Honorable mention on that night. Okay, Jose Aldo, the king of Rio, out of nowhere walks up, and he's not even fighting, walks up in the middle of the octagon with his wife and daughter, lays down the gloves. Heartfelt. We all know Jose Aldo, what a legend he's been. King of Rio, that was heartfelt. Set down the gloves, retired right there in his hometown of Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, okay. All together, it was an awesome night of fights, guys. I love when the UFC takes it to Brazil, man. It's so passionate, a lot of passion going out there, a lot of history, okay. With that being said, a little bit of news. What other MMA news I got? John Jones versus John Jones versus Alex Pereira. Okay, we got that. Chama. Okay, but this is like in a year, like next year, June 16th or something. Okay, I already made my bet. I'm putting my money on Chama. Okay, he's got that dynamite fist. I think John Jones, okay, that's a long time. With the way that guy lives his lifestyle, he's going to screw up maybe. He might even be locked up, okay? I know he lost his brother recently, but too emotional, whatever. It's going to be at the White House, okay? They're signed to fight at the White House. John Jones versus Alex Pereira. I'm not sure if it's going to be a heavyweight match or for Pereira's 205-pound strap. But either way, they're going to go. Okay, I think this Saturday, Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall. More exciting heavyweights. Tom Aspinall, the current UFC heavyweight champion. Bad mofo, the guy that John Jones refuses to fight. Probably, and I don't blame him, just probably doesn't want to take an ass whooping. Okay, he's fighting Cyril Gane. Okay, Cyril Gane at first looked amazing, but he got stopped too easy with John Jones. Okay, that front guillotine choke, he should have known about that. And then his last fight, even he admits that he lost. One of the big Russians he fought, I don't know, he didn't look good. It looked like he lost the fight. I watched it. The judges made a bad call and he walked off. So I'm going by the last times I've seen you fight from before looking amazing. Okay, Cyril Gane. So he's fighting Tom Aspinall, and I'm definitely going to tune in for that. I think it's this week. I got to recheck. It might be this week, maybe next week. Probably next week. I'm not sure. Tune in to see that heavyweight matchup. It's for the strap. It's for the heavyweight title of the world. Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. Real quick, guys, before I leave, my name is Mark. Okay, MMA world, Jiu-Jitsu world, I'm Mark the Shark. But on this channel, I'm 2 Hour Workday Mark. This is a digital marketing channel. I promote digital marketing products. Okay, it's my own online business. So I like to say real quick, if you're ever interested in learning how to create content using your social media platforms, okay, that attract your perfect customer, okay, online, okay, working 2 hours a day, okay, put ready or comment yes in any of my comments and I'll send you the link, okay? This digital marketing program that I do shows you how to do that in 2 hours a day. It's called the 2 Hour Workday Program, okay? It's an online course. Anyway, if you're interested, okay, I find it amazing. I got to get going. I want you all to have an amazing evening. Okay, God first always, sober motivation all day. See you soon. Peace out.